back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Speaking of Kamaru Usman recently spoke about how he is frustrated that he can't get a fight with a ranked opponent, and how is he going to move up the ladder if none of these guys are going to take a fight with him. We've had this problem now with Kamaru Usman for quite a while. We know he's fighting Emil Mek this Sunday at UFC St. Louis. He was supposed to originally fight at UFC 219, then it was moved to UFC 220, then it's at UFC St. Louis because there's issues, you know. For one, first I think it was Emil Mek's visa, then I think the UFC for whatever reason just moved it to St. Louis. But Emil Mek is unranked. Kamaru Usman has been ranked for over 2 years now. He's undefeated in the UFC, 6-0, and he's essentially dominated every single person that's been put in front of him, and he's still fighting an unranked fighter to now move up to a 7-fight win streak in the UFC, and that's not doing much for his career, because fighting Emil Mek, even if you win, Emil Mek is a very tough guy, and so just because he's unranked, don't let it fool you. Emil Mek is a very good fighter, but Kamaru Usman, just because he beats a tough fighter, it doesn't do much for him if Emil Mek doesn't have much star power or fanfare behind him. Now, Mike Perry would be a little different, you know, if it's somebody with a lot of fanfare, and Emil Mek does have some fanfare. But for Kamaru Usman, who feels like one of the, if not the best in the world, one of the best welterweights in the world, he feels like he needs to be fighting the top 10 guys. And there's a lot of top 10 guys that have been avoiding him. He's mentioned Colby Covington specifically, Rafael Dos Anjos. This is some of the things Kamaru Usman had to say. He said, I was offered a fight with Colby Covington and he turned it down. He said he wanted Tyron Woodley. Unfortunately, Tyron said no, and Tyron's undergone surgery to fix his shoulder. So that's the fight to make. You can't say I haven't proven it. I was in the rankings before Colby Covington. I'm the only guy that's been in the rankings for almost 2 years now, but has declined in rankings, and I haven't lost a fight. I've won impressively in each fight, so what sense does that make? And see, that's what's happening. He's going down. One of the best welterweights in the division is going down in rankings because you've got other guys like Colby Covington who, you know, that fight Damian Maia, so they get jumped up in the division. So Damian Maia doesn't drop all the way under Kamaru Usman, so Kamaru Usman gets bumped down a notch. So if any of these fighters, Darren Till, when he fights Donald Cerrone, and Donald Cerrone's ranked number 7, Darren Till beats him, Darren Till jumps up to number fucking 7, Kamaru Usman gets bumped down a notch, and he's not losing fights. It's not even close. And no one will give him the opportunity that's ranked above him to regain his rankings. So Kamaru Usman is in a very weird situation, and I don't even know what it is with Kamaru Usman, because honestly, you know, what does it take to be a star in the UFC? You know, competent on the mic. Kamaru Usman is very competent on the mic, competent with the trash talk. He's good with that. The look, Kamaru Usman's got the look. I mean, doesn't he look like the fucking dude from like Save the Last Dance? Y'all remember that movie? Hey, you know what? I'm about to pull that up because that's who he looks like to me. You know, he looks like a fucking movie star kind of. He could be in a fucking Drumline 5 or Save the Last Dance, some dope shit like that. Man, I'm about to pull that up before the end of this video. Save the Last Dance, I'm telling you, I'm on to something with that. But no, Kamaru Usman, though, he can't get a ranked opponent to save his life. Colby Covington, if he's not going to get the fight with Tyron Woodley, if there's not going to be an Ultimate Fighter season 27 with Tyron Woodley and Colby Covington, why not fight Kamaru Usman? Darren Till is another guy that is looking for an opponent. They're talking about maybe Gunnar Nelson. Darren Till even is willing to fight Kamaru Usman, but whether it be the UFC or Darren Till's team, somebody's preventing the fight. So there's a lot of people, whether it be themselves or their teams, that can't take the fight with Kamaru Usman because it's not a smart fight for him, because he's too high of a risk, too low of a reward. So Kamaru Usman is left in a shitty situation. Another thing that it takes to be a star, having a country behind you. This is the Nigerian nightmare. What is fucking Africa not a country? You're right. No, it's a fucking continent. This guy's got a continent behind him. Come on, what is going on? And MMA might not be big in Africa, I guess you can say, but it's starting to be bigger with Francis Ngannou, the guy that's about to fight Sabah Hamasi. I think his name like Abdul Rasal Hassak. I don't know his name, dog, but you get the point. Kamaru Usman I don't see any reason holding this guy back from becoming a bigger name in the UFC. He's got all the pieces. I can't see one. Maybe he's not even really a complainer. Whenever he's saying shit like this, he's stating facts. Like, yo, I'll fight Colby Covington, I'll fight RDA, I'll fight anybody in the top 10. No one will fight me. So I'm fighting another unranked guy on a Fox Sports 1 card, which isn't going to do much for my career. He's going to mess around and have to take the Tony Ferguson, Max Holloway route, where you go on a 10 or 11 fight winning streak until people put some fucking respect on your name. The Robert Whittaker route. But Robert Whittaker got lucky enough to beat Derek Brunson and then get the Jacare fight and then get the Yoel Romero fight. We're going to need to see somebody give him an opportunity. And I think after Emil Meek, he also said in this interview, I'm not taking any more unranked opponents after this fight. After this fight, it's going to be the UFC. It's going to be up to the UFC to make one of these guys fight me because I can't do it myself. And I'm done with these unranked opponents, and I ain't mad at him. So with that being said, looking forward to Kamaru Usman's fight this Saturday at UFC St. Louis. Doo Ho Choi versus the Korean Superboy versus Jeremy Stevens in the main event. Jesse Clark versus Paige Van Zandt also on that card. Uriah Hall versus Vitor Belfort in his retirement fight, all this Sunday, I believe, on Fox Sports 1. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. Can we get Kamaru Usman a ranked opponent? What if Emil Meek? Oh my
God. Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.